I'm gonna do Real Housewives of Atlanta season 8, episode 13. This was a cool episode because I have a lot to say about this damn episode. Um, at the beginning has everybody getting ready. They showing everybody getting ready to go to Jamaica. You got Portia and her stylist and her sister getting ready. Remember, she called herself the retired princess of Thotland. So don't get mad at me when I be calling this girl a thot when she called herself a damn thot. Um, she said she's a boy hunter. I said, yeah, this is why you get dogged out because your ass is chasing boys. But okay. She wants to show a lot of skin in Jamaica. She's single. And I was with, I think it was either her stylist or her sister when they were like about her dressing sexy in front of other people's husband. Like y'all just, to me, it's like no respect factor when it comes around other people's man. And but she was like, ain't my fault that they bringing a pretty girl or some shit she said. But I was like, girl, it's not about that. This is really about self-respect and about respecting other people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know men are gonna look. And okay, it's up to your man to look. Okay, I get that part. But really? I mean, I'm just saying it's just a respect factor, especially when it comes to friends. If you know a man gonna look, why the fuck would you just show him? Like, I don't understand that part. Um, anyway, Peter and Cynthia, they getting ready for Jamaica. I was cracking up when she was talking about his hat, but I was like, it fits him. It just did. It just really fit him. Um, Hold up, let me try to fix this camera. Okay, that's a little better. Anyway, so they at the house getting ready. And what I said, this is to turn into some damn drama. Because they said they wasn't telling nobody that Peter and Nene was coming. And I said, this is how shit gets started. You know how the relationship that some of the girls have with Nene, like this is a disaster waiting to happen. And to me, is you trying to start drama. To me, I don't understand. I'm sorry. Cynthia pissed me off this whole episode, so I'm gonna give it to her this whole fucking review. This bitch would have got. I'm sorry. Everybody talks about her, and I really was giving her the benefit of the doubt. But bitch, after this episode, I don't too much care for Cynthia. I can't fuck with a person or a friend like Cynthia at all. Um, then she was talking about she was gonna go with Kim instead of Kenya on the commercial. I had a problem. I don't have a problem with who you gonna go with. It was the way she went about the situation that I had a problem with. You talking about people bad for business? That's a person that's bad for business if you gonna do some shit like that. Stick to Marlon. Kim is at home getting ready, and she was talking about how it's gonna be a business trip for her. It's a couples trip because her husband is coming, and it's also a nanny and kids trip. I'm like, what is up with all of these people not respecting communication? Because Cynthia not telling nobody about homegirl coming. And then you got Kim bringing her kids and not telling the host that they coming. I have a big problem with this communication situation with all of these women. Um, Cynthia, she ended up taking an early flight to Jamaica. Okay, because she wanted to get everything ready. So did Peter. Okay. So all the ladies arrive at the airport. You got Kenya and Matt. Phaedra is there. Portia's there by herself. Kim and her damn squad. And what I didn't like when Portia gonna say, "Oh, I didn't know you can bring an employee from the Morgue hair product, whatever." I'm like, why do y'all smile in people's face in these confessionals? Y'all always got shit to say about Kenya. I don't fucking understand. Walter was how many seasons ago? Like 3 seasons ago, and we still bringing up Walter for real? Like, girl, we your man. At least she brought one. I'm just saying. Um, then they all on the bus. They're laughing and they're having fun on the bus. And then they were talking about, where Kenya and Matt gonna sleep, like it was any of y'all fucking business. I don't understand this questioning of where they was gonna sleep, how many beds. I would have been like, not your business. But Kenya wasn't answering everything. Matt is answering everything, which I still got a little side eye about Matt. I'm just saying. It feel like I got hit in the face. I don't know. I've been sick all day. Maybe that's why. But Matt, he just rubbed me. I side eye him, but he answering the questions, and Kenya didn't really want to talk about it because you got kids on the fucking back of the bus that wasn't in. Didn't nobody know that they were coming? But Portia and Phaedra, they didn't have no filter when it came to talking about sex in front of them kids, and I'm sitting there like, I wonder if this was Kenya saying something. Would Kim be having a problem with them, or would they be doing a confessional with Kim having a problem with sex talk? Because I don't understand. Usually she have a big problem with the way the ladies are acting and da 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 da, but you're letting them have sex talk in front of your kids. Little funny, little side-eye little situation to me. Anyway, then messy ass Phaedra brought up the commercial, and did they get that situated with the commercial and working together and all that kind of stuff? I was cracking up because I was like, that's what your ass gets, Cynthia. You should have talked to your friend and told her what was up. But Cynthia said how she's gonna go with Kim, and that was kind of a slap to Kenya in her face because Kenya like, bitch, you had me fly out here like on the idea of me working, and then you wait till I get here to say that you went with somebody else. And I think if she was gonna go with Kim and knew she was gonna go with Kim, why you didn't call Kenya? Y'all so BFFs, talks about everything on the phone. I didn't understand why not tell Kenya, knowing if you know Kenya the pop ball person and always got some little smart slick shit to say, why not tell her? You knew she was gonna feel some kind of way. So like I said, it was bad business on Cynthia's part. Peter is at the hotel and he greets them. It was something else I was gonna say. Oh, I was cracking up when Phaedra, when they said that she was working with Kim. Phaedra was like, "Oh, so you just gonna kick your friend to the curb?" I said, "Yeah, that's the kind of bitch she is. Yeah, fake ass." But anyway, Greg was greeted them, and the hotel was nice. Did y'all notice how Kim was acting like a little groupie over that room? But she was tripping when the girls was excited about being in Miami and shit like that. So now you wanna act like you cooking for couple, maybe because her husband there. I don't know. I don't like her. It don't matter. Cynthia wants to talk to the Kenya and Kim about the commercial. And that's why before I get into that conversation, they show Candy and Todd at their house talking about the baby room and talking about they missed not going on a trip and all that kind of shit. Who cares? So anyway, back to Cynthia talking to Kim and Kenya about the whole situation. First she was talking about Kim because she was there first at the table. And then they were talking about putting Kenya in the commercial, in the front of the commercial instead of the back end. But if she don't want to do it, we just move on. I was like, I'll let the other vloggers go in on you because I'm not even gonna waste my fucking time on how I just want to pop this hoe for real. Anyway, moving on. So Kenya basically, when she told Kenya what she was gonna do, Kenya like, bitch, I'm good. Basically, like, bitch, y'all have that. I'm good. Because Kenya was like, let's back up. Like, you could have called me if you know I didn't show up to to the little pitch meeting or whatever. There's other times that we could have met up and deal with this situation, but no, you just gonna go with her. And she said she felt insulted, so they started talking about respect, and then Cynthia started bringing up the respect thing of her not showing up, but she shows up to everything that Kenya has. I'm sitting there like, okay. So Kim's sitting there just watching shit like, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't in this shit, which it didn't. So she was right to sit out, but then Kenya brings up something about Kim, and they just started going at it. I don't remember every word because I was so into the goddamn conversation I didn't have time to be writing stuff down. But Cynthia be starting shit because when Kenya was trying to talk to Cynthia, she was like, well, Kim is right there. She was like, bitch, I'm not talking to her. Like, this ain't got to do with you. I'm talking to you. And they start talking about experience. Kim always bring up experience and this shit, like It's funny how don't nobody want their credentials shot down, but y'all are quick to shoot down Kenya's credentials. Don't act like she haven't produced nothing, she hasn't acted in anything. Like, come on. Even if we don't think it's grand and it's all that, she did do a commercial. She did do like Pro Zone. She have produced Tyler Perry shows. She was on the Ricky Smiley show. She has been in things, and I have a problem with people just acting like she hasn't done anything. Maybe she hasn't been in the industry as long as Kim Fields, but she still has been an actress. She still has been a producer, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna never discredit Kenya and say, bitch, what have you done? And it wasn't on no ABC network or some shit like that. I would never discredit her, just like I would never discredit what Kim has done. But I agree with motherfucking Kenya. I'm sorry, like, bitch, what? What have you done that we know about recently? I'm just saying. Don't keep bringing up she was Tootie on the Facts of Life that was in the 80s. And don't bring up shit that she was on in the 90s and it's 2016. So, I mean, I'm not trying to shoot what she did down, but I'm just saying, like, don't try to make it seem you just this grand person because you did some shit 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? If you did some shit 20 years ago and ain't been working since, I have a problem with you discrediting somebody else. I just have a problem with people just shooting down other people's grind. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it was one pilot or a whole goddamn season of stuff. They still have that experience. Like, and from the shit that I was seeing running around and going on for the next damn episode, I was like, well, you could have used Kenya because everybody just looked at like it was bootleg to me. I'm just saying. Let's move on. I just really had a problem with the way this whole situation was handled. And I will say that a lot of frustration that Kenya was taking out on Kim should have been directed towards Cynthia. It really should have been directed towards Cynthia because Cynthia has the last word on everything and on everything. So, hey, that was the final decision. So your anger should have been directed towards her, but I do get where she coming at with Kim because Kim say little slick shit like ain't nobody gonna fucking catch it. And then when people go off, it's like, oh, they coming at me. I'm Kim Fields. Bitch, okay, and I'm Miss Nika from the Ghetto View. And bitch, I still don't give a fuck about you being Kim Fields. You can get it like the rest of them. But but when she started talking about Kenya's experience, Kenya was like, bitch, how many commercials you done? You see, she wouldn't answer that. Oh, you can check me on Google and this and that. No, bitch, answer the question. Then she didn't want to answer her. Why not? It's a legitimate question. You talking about somebody else's experience and you talk about what you have done, bitch, throw it in her face what you have done if you done it. And Kenya was like, apparently you ain't done none because you ain't said shit. And bitch, I don't have time to be going to Google her because I really don't give a fuck. But hey, I was here for Kenya reading her, like for real. Kenya was hot. Kenya was going out. Kenya was calling her Tootie, Kim Fields, Tootie. I was cracking up and I was here. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I was here for it. As petty as Kenya was being towards her, I was here for it. Then she gonna say something about she don't get on the elevator that comes down or some shit. And I was sitting there like, girl, why you on this show then? You know what it's about. Why you on this fucking show? Shut up. I was cracking up when Kenya called her ass a snooze fest. And don't nobody go off about her calling her a snooze fest because we've been saying it for 13 damn episodes. Then they start talking about exiting and stuff like that and exiting the industry and it was just back and forth pettiness. And I was in Kenya. This is how you could tell a bitch was pissed off and didn't give like which way this direction was gonna go. Cause she was saying she was gonna leave, and Kenya was like, "Bitch, you wanna leave? Let me help you," and pulled her chair. Now, me personally, All that Kim Fields, I'm a brand, all of that bullshit would have went out the window. Kenya, you would have got that ass tapped. Sorry, period, point blank. But Kenya must have knew that Kim Fields wasn't gonna pop off the way she wanted her to, because I don't think Kenya would have did that. And then Kenya, you talk about people putting their hands on people and people being violent, and you always talking about Portia. That wasn't cool for you to pull that lady's chair from up under her. I'm sorry. Because if you would have got hit, you wouldn't have been able to blame nobody but yourself. I'm just saying. So Cynthia's mad about Kenya acting like that, talking about it would have been okay for you guys to work together. I'm like, this is your fault, dumbass. This is why your man treats you. This is why Peter treated her the way she is, because she's a dumb dork. Like, for real. I can't fuck with Cynthia, period. Portia and Phaedra, they're getting ready to go out. I guess they was going to dinner, and they being Portia and Phaedra. They talk about Kim bringing the kids and shit like that, and they have a problem with it as well. Um, what is it? Anything else? Oh, I was cracking up when Phaedra was like, "Take them off the damn tit and let the nipple free." And when she was saying why couldn't the nanny stay at home with them kids? Because the truancy officer gonna get their ass. You know, you only can miss so many days in a row. Well, out here in Vegas, if you miss so many days in a row, they even disenroll your damn kids. You gotta enroll them back in school. So I'm just saying. And that wasn't like no family emergency. So not Phaedra, Kim, come on now. And then I'm like, shit, Phaedra could have bought goddamn Aiden and Howard, but Phaedra coming to be party, so she wasn't bringing them damn kids. But whatever. I'm thinking like, okay, if you're gonna bring your kids and this is a business trip, you and your husband don't come to dinners. You just come to the shoot. Because I'm glad that she just didn't bring the kids out with her when they was out. Kim and her husband, they're talking about the whole drama with Kenya, and she's up in her she pissed off. She pissed off, but I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna let her just bring me out like that. And I'm like, why are you on this show then? I'm not, she don't want to be acting and treated like a punk. She wish she would have put her hands on her. I'm like, girl, you should have said all that out there. I have a problem with people popping off when they get away from the person they have the problem with. And then her queen ass husband, first he was okay with trying to calm her down and, just telling her, don't let nobody get you like that and all this kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, the queen just came out of him because he just started going off and talking about, now you got me riled up. I'm like, so what you gonna do? Pop off on a woman? That's your woman in her fight. You were supposed to listen to your wife and just be like, okay. But for him to pop off the way he was popping off, I was like, okay. Nene and Greg and Peter and Cynthia, they all at the room and they happy to be in Jamaica and they gonna surprise every damn body and all that kind of stuff. They talk about the commercial drama. That's what Cynthia runs and tell Nene everything that happened. Like, Nene ain't got problems with Kenya. I'm like, girl, this girl, fake ass. Okay. And then Cynthia gonna say, I'm just gonna put Nene in the place of Kenya. I said, who? Bitch, I hope you get everything you deserve. I hope your man keep on cheating on you. I hope Nene just dog you the fuck out. All that. I hope Nene get on that reunion show and say, I wasn't really that bitch friend. I just wanted the trip to Jamaica. I'm just saying. Cause it was just funny how Nene was so rich bitch to hang with y'all. She was now all of a sudden Nene like, oh, I miss hanging with the girls. I'm like, girl, you missed that Real Housewives check. Stop lying. People are all excited about Nene being back. I give two fucks about Nene being back because the way she talked about the girls last season and act like she was too rich and too much better than these women on the show, and all of a sudden, oh, I want to be back and I want to hang with the girls. Girl, boo. And then the way she acted at this dinner, I was just like, yeah, you still that bitch. So Kenya's talking to Matt. She's still pissed about everything. She really don't know if she want to go, but Matt talked her into going to the dinner. Okay. So everybody is at the dinner and, chilling. Peter and Cynthia's late. you know, even Kim is in a better mood and stuff like that because her man's sitting right there like Kenya won't give it to his ass either. Girl, please. So Cynthia and Peter walk up, and then Nene and Greg walk up. So everybody is shocked. Like, OMG, what the fuck? She's back, huh? How this happened? Nene tripping about, oh, y'all know who I forgot to talk about. Because Nene, me thinking about it. Bob Whitfield and Sheree was together. And I'm like, do everybody needs a check? I don't understand. Because of the drama that Bob and her went through, there was no way, oh, we co-parenting. Why is he with you in Jamaica? Your kids ain't there. And your kids damn near grown. So, girl, stop with that lie. You want your back, bro. Just stop that lying. But, ew, Sheree, you couldn't... Have you not had a date since y'all broke up that you said, I can't get nobody else, so I'm going to go back to Bob? Ew. Like, I didn't understand. Nene was tripping about them being back together. Nene was tripping that Sheree was back there. Sheree was tripping at me because, you know, they had their big blow up that I was here for. I'm just saying. I was so here for when Sheree was reading the shit out of Nene. But yeah, everybody was tripping about Bob or whatever. Okay. So then, what happened? So Nene brings up the commercial and all that kind of stuff, and they talk about Nene being in the commercial or whatever. And Kenya's just like kind of over everything. Kenya's over Kim. She's over Nene coming back. So when they bring up the conversation and about them working it out, and Peter was saying how, no, this is how it happened. Nene brings up helping in the commercial about her being, I think it was her being invited to the commercial or whatever, being in the commercial. And Kenya was tripping like, wait, this is a beauty and a fashion commercial. And you got Kim and Nene. I get it. I totally was with Kenya on that part. But okay. Yeah, I can't see Nene selling eyewear. I just can't. So Peter was saying, when Cynthia brought up, Nene brought up that she was in the commercial. Cynthia brought up that, Portia said, damn, couldn't even be in a commercial. You know, just playing it off or whatever. And Cynthia was like, well, everybody that is here can be in the commercial. I'm like, bitch, no, you just don't want this fire on your ass. So now you want to invite everybody now that you invited Nene ass on the commercial. So Peter brings up, like, can we settle like this beef between Kim and Kenya? You know what I'm saying? So the commercial can go right, because he like is fucking up the commercial. Kenya like, no, don't put that shit on me. Put that on your wife. Because she was willing to work with Kim. It was Kim not willing to work with Kenya. And stuff like that. And like Kenya said, Cynthia brought it out that Kim said that two people couldn't be on the commercial. And that's exactly what Kim said. So then they start arguing about that or whatever. And Kenya was like, I don't want to talk about it no more. Y'all can dig my eyes out with some spoons. Y'all can throw the lantern on me, set me on fire. Peter was like, well, give her the damn lantern. I'm like, this is some bullshit. And then Kim says, I did something. I tried to apologize. Well, I apologized to her. And Kenya was like, this is some bullshit. So she was like, I didn't apologize to you. And Kenya left. Kenya was like, Matt, your ass ready? And she got up and left. Chris was all up in his feelings saying that Kenya's feelings got hurt. And this is Kenya's circle. And Nene was like, no, that's not. No, that's not. And I was like, who said this was Kenya's circle? Kenya have never said that. Ever. Phaedra was saying how Kenya and Cynthia was besties. And Nene got all her panties in a bun. No, they're not. No, they're not. No. And I'm sitting there like, why are you mad that somebody said they were besties? So everybody at the table, like, yes, they have been best friends. Like, you see one, you see the other. And that's been for the longest, even last season and this season, that they have been real, real cool. They been together every time turn around. She was there. Kenya was being there for her when Peter was dogging her out, when it came to her little launch parties, everything, Kenya has been there for her. Now, with the word bestie, I get it. No, they're not besties. I always tripped off people saying that word on this show and only been knowing each other for a year. But yeah, so but Nene was all in her panties about them being besties, and then Cynthia made a comment talking about uh Kenya can tornado off the island. I said, also Jamaica. I said, huh? This is why I want her to slap the fuck out of you. This is why I want her to hit your ass with a scepter. I don't like fake ass people like that. And Cynthia is very fake. Oh, we're not besties. You know, we're kind of close. We're working on that. And I'm like, okay, y'all not besties, but y'all close ass friends. Can't tell me that. And then you wasn't tripping saying that when they were talking about being besties when y'all was on that damn boat. And people was talking about y'all being best friends. Like, come on, Cynthia. Then Chris was saying how she needs to talk to Kenya, and and tell her, who place it is, who job it is, or whatever, who's the boss. Nene gonna say, Kenya was a replacement, and she was just waiting for Nene. I'm like, Cynthia, she make you look so fucking dumb. She gonna say, yep, she was just waiting, just like Greg. I said, ooh, making both of y'all look dumb. So they start dancing the night away, whatever. Portia, Phaedra, they sitting on the beach talking about Nene and how shocked they was that Nene was there and how the best friend situation was going down. Everybody basically was talking about what happened the night before and all that kind of stuff. Cynthia and Peter, they getting ready in the room, and what happened? Okay. Yeah, they getting ready in the room. Everybody getting ready. Kenya and Matt, they eating fruit, eating their bananas and shit. Okay, it just seemed like he just doing shit on camera just to make her look. I don't know. Nene and Greg, they chilling, and she was talking about how hungry she is. So Sheree comes by. Okay, yeah, Sheree comes by and to talk to Nene. They show the flashbacks of they good and bad times, and like I said, I was here for the bad times. So Sheree started talking about, no, she was Nene asked her how did the girls feel about her being back, and she was like everybody was shocked. Then they start talking about the BFF thing with Cynthia, and they were like, they best friends for now. I said, you sound like a fucking hater, Nene. You really sound like a hater. I get where Nene coming from as far as them being best friends for now, because Cynthia's fake as fuck, but Nene just still really seemed like a hater to me. Sheree was messy as hell. Sheree was messy as hell. Sheree is getting the juice and taking it and pouring it to somebody else, and that shit was irritating the hell out of me. You too grown for that, Sheree, like for real. Portia tells Phaedra that Oliver might be coming to Jamaica. Okay. Candy and her family, they at the house having dinner. Kayla must got a boo on Instagram. I'm like, really? You gonna just tell all her business in front of her daddy like that? But okay. They said Mama Joyce might move in for the first month to be the baby nanny. I understand being a baby nanny, but Mama Joyce moving in, this must be another show that they cooking up. I don't know. Cynthia is at the room chilling, and they get a knock on the door, and her sister Mallory comes in. She's excited that Peter brought her sister Mallory out, but I'm sitting there like, Mallory don't like Nene, do she? So then she tells Mallory, oh, guess who's here? Nene's here, and we friends again. Mallory looking like, bitch, wasn't it just at the beginning or last season or some shit you was burning up friend contracts? I'm just saying. So Sheree goes to tell Kenya everything about the BFFs and how Cynthia don't think they really, BFFs. And, Kenya like, damn, I've been there for her for the last 4 years. I'm like, bitch, 4 years where? I don't know. But you guys have been close for the last 2, or a year, but 4. She was up in Nene's ass 4 years ago. I'm just saying. But I understand Kenya's frustration and shocked about what she's supposed to have said and everything like that. So Kenya goes and confront Cynthia. Cynthia know that she fucked up and was messy because she told her sister, wait at the door because if Kenya tried to read me, I want you to wait at the door. I said, you's a scary bitch. And Kenya caught that like, why would I need to read you? And so they start arguing about the whole little friendship thing and how Kenya just hurt. This is supposed to have been somebody that's been riding with you, and then all of a sudden you kicks her off as a new girl coming to the group that you think has more experience. So you kick her off of Kim, and Kim have been coming for Kenya, even like little slick shit. I don't care what nobody say. She's been coming at her to make Kenya pop off and make Kenya look like the bad person when she's been saying little slick shit. Because I'm sorry, if I know I've done so much body of work and somebody is trying to discredit what I did, to me that's little slick shit that you trying to pull. And that's what you did. And to Cynthia, and I think it was Cynthia looking at the whole Kim Phil celebrity thing and been on TV and all of this stuff that she just dogged Kenya out. That's what I really feel. And then then you got Nene coming. You don't tell her Nene coming, knowing that her and Nene have problems. And then the way you come at, oh, Nene my friend and she's here and she's gonna take Kenya's place in the commercial. And I would have read your ass too. So as you know, Kenya just point her heart out that how hurt she is. This bitch gonna say, you done? Because we gotta go. She should have hit her too. I'm just saying. Some bitches just need to get popped sometime. I'm just saying. Anyway, Kenya tells her that she's not going no more to Kingston. Have a nice time. So that was the end of the episode. We're gonna see that bootleg ass commercial the next episode while y'all talking about she got experience and all this type of shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And like I said, I'm not team nobody. I just watch the show and give you my opinion. Ooh, the snail's bothering me. That's broke. But I just look at it and I watch it and I give y'all my opinion as I watch it. But yeah, I ain't no team Cynthia. That's for damn sure. Or which you watch it flip flop ass. Anyway, tell me your opinions and your thoughts and all that kind of stuff on this episode. Leave it down in the comments. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, tell somebody. Follow me on all social media sites by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. I'm gonna go watch the other damn Real Housewives show, and I'll be back to talk about that one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.